Hi, it's Richie, Abe, and Jake. Before we get started with this episode, we wanted to give a quick shout out to Mike Reese, who built the Sonic Silhouette Glider. Looks really good. Nice work.
Great job.
Like it.
It's one of our favorites.
Yeah. So send us your pictures and videos and we'll highlight you. Now on with this episode. Hi, it's Richie in the Sonic Dad Studios, here to bring you another preview of the next project. And with me today, I have a very special guest, Grant Thompson.
Hey guys, doing Grant Thompson here from the kingofrandom.com. Got a YouTube channel. I'm super excited to be here with you today, Richie.
Thank you.
Because we have teamed up to bring you something special. And I can't wait to talk about it.
It is very cool. So this was an actual design collaboration. It's not unusual for YouTubers to kind of collaborate on videos. And I think this is really cool because it was an actual collaboration of the design of the project.
That's right. Last year I made a video on how to make rocket motors using sugar and stump remover, and I challenged Ritchie to see if he can come up with a design to work with those motors, and I think we've done it.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually spent several hours working on concepts and several test flights. So let's bring out the finished prototype.
All right, you guys ready for this? We are introducing the randomizer.
The T-Core 2000 randomizer. So this, one of the things we talked about early on was we wanted a rocket that performed really well but would also run on SD's motors. And this rocket will run on either a D class or an E class. And of course, we wanted something that would perform really well. I think we've got it. I really like how it turned out.
That's right. What's really cool about this design is not only will it work with the sugar rocket motors, it works with the ST's motors as well. And I've tweaked my design a little bit so that it will screw into position, which is one of the challenges that we address here. So we actually gave this rocket a screw motor mount, which is completely unconventional. We've never seen it done before. You've never seen anything like it before?
I have not. In fact, I started out coming up with a kind of a traditional motor mount where it slides into a tube and has a retainer. And it was actually your idea to go away from this. This was kind of complicated and heavy.
Well, what I'm thinking is I want you to be able to go down to Home Depot, buy a little coupling, and screw your rocket motor right into it. Just keep it really simple. And I think this is super cool motor mount, but how do we get something simpler?
Well, it's definitely simpler.
About as simple as it gets.
It's a lot lighter. So this is just a section of the coupling cut off. The whole coupling weighs about 25 grams, and just this little bit is about 5 grams. And so Grant figured out that you could actually just thread a normal ST's motor right into that tapered 3/4 inch thread, which is really cool.
And that couldn't be a more perfect fit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see right into there, but that is airtight. And these have been field tested?
Yes, we got a lot of launches on this. So what you would do is just thread your motor in the back like that. So it holds it secure during the thrust portion of the flight and also the parachute ejection. So how about, let's talk about what this rocket's actually made out of.
And this is what blows my mind. These are all common materials. A lot of them you can find at the dollar store. And if you were to make 5 of these rockets, I think they price out to about $2 or $3 a piece when you prorate them.
Plus, you know, of course, you got to buy your adhesive and stuff like that. But there's the nose cone. And I bought 2 of those from Dollar Tree for $1.
Right, so the yellow PCC up here that looks like a really professional nose cone that you buy from a hobby store, nothing more than a champagne glass from a dollar store.
And cut the end off, do a little bit of body work there.
So that is very cool. And it's got a very, very nice tight fit up here. So what is holding that parachute on?
Yeah, so the nose cone mount is actually a pill bottle.
And what kind of pills are these?
Well, you can buy ibuprofen, or actually this you can buy for 88 cents at Walmart at gas relief tablets.
Gas relief tablets for 88 cents.
So I bought like 8 of these, went to the cashier, and I think she thought I had some serious issues.
Right, I can imagine the looks on their face.
Yeah.
Company policy not to say anything rude.
Right.
All right, and then we've got a nice little elastic cord.
Yes, and that is just typical elastic cord you buy in the fabric area of Walmart or a fabric shop. So,
which pulls out our parachute. Now, the reason that we have the elastic cord on there is because this flies out at pretty high velocity.
Yes, it does.
We got a black powder charge in those motors that blasts the parachute out, and we don't want the material ripping.
Yep.
But when it gets out there and it starts flailing around, we get this nice little parachute that opens up, which actually does a very great job. I chased this rocket for about 2.5 blocks, trying to recover it. You know, it got picked up with the wind, but it did a great job and came down undamaged. This beautiful parachute made out of?
That's a dollar store tablecloth. You can also get them at super centers for $1. This is actually the parachute from project number 62, the action figure parachute. And it's kind of a unique design. It's got a vent in each corner, and because it's gathered, you only need 4 shroud lines. That makes it pretty simple.
Keeps the weight down a little bit as well?
Yeah, pretty light. 8 grams, I think, I weighed. And it's perfect size for this rocket.
Yeah, and bringing the rockets down, it was very, very stable.
Yeah.
Great job. I almost caught one of the rockets coming back to us, actually.
Yeah.
Off by an inch. And the other thing I love about this is just how easy it is to roll up. No fancy packing techniques.
No,
basically,
not really.
just grab it like this, roll it right up, wrap the strings around it, it's ready to go.
Yep, stuff it in there. Okay, so working down the rocket, the next thing we have here is the tube. And this is a section I cut from a golf club. I guess it's a golf bag insert. And I'm not a golfer.
And that's to protect the golf clubs in the
I guess
bags,
that's what
right?
it's for. But
at Walmart, again?
Yeah, about $1.50. So only need 20 inches. They come about 40 inches long. And what you see on here is a fin template. And this comes in the instructions and gives you the position of the fins. So that's the body tube. And then a little bit further down here, we've got the fins. Those are made out of black coroplast, and coroplast is just a sign material, and you can get black coroplast at any sign shop, and usually they're pretty good about just giving you scraps, so it may cost nothing.
If you got a silver tongue, you might be able to negotiate a free deal, otherwise maybe out $5 for a nice big black sheet of...
$5 will get you like a 20 by 40, and you can build several rockets out of that. Let's see, launch lugs are just a section of a disposable pen tube, and you use the same technique on one of your rockets. These fins are just glued on with hot glue, and very strong, actually.
Yeah, very stable. We never had any
issues.
problems with the fins and hot glue.
So because of the heat of the motor and the ejection charge, we've got a section of cardboard tube right under where the fins are mounted.
But not just any cardboard tube. Where do you get this one from?
This came from dollar store plastic wrap.
Plastic wrap.
Yeah.
Right. So
Saran wrap.
After you've got all your use out of the saran wrap, you can reuse the garbage as well for your homemade rocket.
Or maybe you can just roll it onto a paper towel roll or something.
Right.
Well, we did several launches, like we talked about, and the last one is when you got a little calisthenics out of that.
That's right.
We launched
That's
it with
workout I've had in months.
Yeah, we launched it with an E-class, an E96.
We didn't have a way to measure it, but I would say it would be a good guess to say maybe around 1,500 feet high.
It definitely went over 1,000.
Yeah, definitely over 1,000.
And we were in a pretty good sized park. I think we might have misjudged the winds aloft a little bit.
All right, what motor are we running on this one, Ritchie?
This is a E96.
E96 in 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Yeah, we might not get that one back.
Wow, yeah.
Might be hiking for that. Well, it landed about, I don't know, a quarter mile away. Grant went running after it. Hopefully we can find it. Yeah, Grant had to chase it down.
But we got it back after talking to some of the neighbors.
Actually, what we launched was this prototype here, the ugly one. We didn't want to launch the good one that day, but anyway, along with this project, you will need a launch pad and a launch controller, and obviously engines and some wadding, recovery wadding that goes inside to protect the parachute. So this is project number 70, T-Core 2000 randomizer rocket. It's going to be a supersonic expert level, skill level 6, and will take you 3 or 4 hours with painting, a little less if you don't paint it. And like we said, it's made out of a champagne glass pill bottle, a golf bag insert, some plastic coroplast sign material, disposable pin, and some odds and ends like material for the parachute and shock cord, and a PVC fitting for the motor mount.
And because this is a special collaboration with Ritchie's permission, if if you go over to my channel, I'm going to be making a step-by-step instructional on how to build this rocket from scratch. So when you have your plans and you have your template, if you want to come over and follow my video, we'll build this together and maybe show some of the
That'll be
launches.
awesome. Yeah, and you've also got some cool King of Random twist coming with your motor, so that'll be really cool. So be watching for that on Grant's channel. So this was a really cool project to collaborate with you on. I had a lot of fun, and I think it turned out really well. Some synergy here. You know, they say the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, and I think, in my humble opinion, I think we ended up with a rocket that was probably better than you or I could have done on our own.
I think that's exactly the case. I actually stated in a previous video that I wanted to make a rocket for this spring. This wouldn't have happened without Ritchie. This exceeds my expectations. I love the color scheme too, the black and yellow.
Yeah.
It's nature's color scheme for caution, and that's exactly what rocketry is. So
King of Random colors.
we're not only excited about this ourselves, we're excited to be able to share it with you as well.
Yeah,
and see what you think about it.
This is a fun project. It's definitely pushing the needle on the G-Wizometer for me pretty hard. So thanks again, Grant, for joining us on this episode.
Hey, my pleasure, Ritchie. And if you don't mind, I'm going to take this back to my workshop and take it home for some tests of my own. So,
okay.
Anyway, great collaborating with you.
Thanks. Until next time, I'm Ritchie with Sonic Dad.
And I'm Grant Thompson, the King of Random.
Thanks again, Grant, for being with me today.
It's been my pleasure.
Now it's your turn to go make something cool. Hi, it's Ritchie, Abe, and Jake. Before we get started with this episode, we wanted to give a quick shout out to...
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Give me a minute. Good, do it.
Hi, it's Ritchie. Well, I didn't take much.
Okay, it's I've got it all out of my system.
Give me character. Hi, I'm giggling. Okay, let's do it. We are professional. I can do this. Hi, it's Ritchie, Abe, and Jake. And Abe cannot hold it together.
Hey, if you like what we're doing, click here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, or click here to go to our website.
Thank you.